matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Hi my loves, welcome back to another episode of The Rosey Life. Are you tired of feeling insecure? Well, stay tuned because we're going to talk about why this happens and what you can start doing to flip that around. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And don't forget to hit the little yellow bell for notifications when I have new uploads. Also, if you haven't gone to RoseyLife.com, go over and sign up for my newsletter. I send that out a few times a week with tips and manifesting lifestyle, things that you can apply right now and do on a daily basis instead of waiting around. All right, so in the Facebook group, Wake the Hell Up Sleeping Beauty is for the ladies, and we talk about only self-concept. And dang, if you're watching this video, you want to be in that group because it's all about you, baby. All right, so let's get back to, are you insecure and you're tired of it? Oh, I'm so glad that you're tired of it because that means you're ready for a change. So I love that song by DJ Khaled, right? All I do is win, win, win. It reminds me of my friend that was talking about how when she was a little girl, her dad would tell her she is number one. And she really believed it. And she said it wasn't until she got older that she started feeling insecure and having low self-esteem, right, about herself. However, there are other people that don't grow up with a parent that is cheerleading them on, and they get the opposite. Then there's people that grow up in a household where they're criticized and they're told that they're ugly or that they're fat or too skinny or too tall or too short or it's like, and I know I've heard it all, doing therapy for years. I have heard so many stories about how people grew up in a household where they felt just awful, insecure about themselves. And if it wasn't family, it was friends or neighbors, and then they would describe it, but it was in love. It was done in a loving way. And it doesn't matter, right? Because what you do is you adopt a story and you just keep repeating it. So let's say that the family moves away and you move far away from them. It doesn't matter how far you run because it's the story that you keep repeating to yourself that matters, right? Because you're telling yourself the same thing over and over. And after a while, it's just I call it an auto loop. And you just keep repeating that over and over. And you're not even aware of it, but the way that I pick it up in my sessions is by how people behave, how they talk, and where their focus goes. I can tell really quick where their auto loop is playing. And I'm just like, oh yeah, like maybe 5-10 minutes tops into a session with a person about self-esteem or confidence. I'm like, I already see what you're doing. I already hear the auto loops. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And I said, let me ask you a couple questions. And they're like, holy crap. They're like, you just nailed it. You just nailed it. And I'm like, yeah. It's difficult sometimes for us to see it ourselves. In fact, very difficult, especially if you've lived with it your whole life. And so it does help to have someone to chat with about it. But I'm going to tell you a couple of things a couple of ways that you can start working on it in this video. One of the ways that shows insecurity, someone that's insecure about themselves, is when they feel competitive, right? When they feel there's competition. And the way that we feel competition is so many ways, right? It could be on social media, seeing really beautiful, sexy women. You can see people that are very wealthy and successful, right? And they're showing off their car, they're blinging everything everywhere, and all of these things. And then the comparison starts happening, and then it feels competitive, and you feel like you have to either become like them or better in order for you to feel secure, in order for you to feel like you are that good, right? And other ways that competition happen is with siblings, sibling rivalry, right? I gotta be better than that one, than this one, because of mom and dad's approval, and I need their approval and validation and those kind of things, or no one's going to beat me, right? It's that competitive thing. And this is different than competing in a sport, right? Where there's teams and you're playing and a team's winning, that kind of thing. That is a sport, that's a hobby, but even those things sometimes can get out of hand, because if you lose, or you're the losing team, you feel like, oh, your self-esteem is shot and your self-worth went down the hill. So the way that people feel competitive too is like, they don't feel like their ideas are good enough. They don't feel like they have enough value. They don't feel like they have enough to offer. So then they start copycatting other people, and they start comparing themselves to other people because they feel like they don't know how, or they don't have the ability to know how, or if they do, they don't take it. They wait around for someone to provide them their worth, to provide them feeling good. So these are just some ways, not all of them, but some ways in how insecurity shows up in a person's life, right? So another thing too is people hide. They'll hide behind baggy clothes. They'll hide behind their doors and not leave, not go anywhere. They hide behind getting high. They hide behind getting drunk. They hide behind gambling. They hide behind a lot of things. And so that's why I say it's really big. It's not just one or two things. They hide behind their weight. They hide behind their titles, their degrees. They hide behind so many things because they feel like they need these things in order to feel okay. Because if I don't have this degree, or I don't have this high, or I don't have this person, or I don't have that thing, that my self-worth, right? What is self-worth? I'm trying to get self-worth by proving to myself that I can have this thing, right? You don't have to prove anything to anyone. That's the bottom line. You stop proving yourself to anyone, because you're perfect, you're beautiful, you are handsome, you're sexy, you're everything. And I can say those words, but you have to start seeing that all of those words, all of those feelings, all of those descriptions, they're all within you, waiting for you to discover them, waiting for you to unleash them, waiting for you to accept them. And the more that you focus on you, the more that you focus on your concept of yourself, you stop noticing some chick on Instagram. You stop noticing that someone has that car or this car. You stop noticing. In fact, the comparison starts just going away. The competition starts going away because you understand that there's no one to compete with. This is the key. When you know who you are, you understand that there's no one to compete with but yourself. That's the only person that you have to compete with. Go look in the mirror and you will see your competition. That is it. Go look in the mirror and you'll see what you're comparing yourself with. It's you. So why I say this is because when you change the concept of yourself, you start seeing yourself as this person that you are adored and loved, and that you're whole and complete. Why? Because you are. Because you are I am. You are God. You're wearing this costume. And if you haven't watched that video, I just made it last week, and it's below, and I'll link it here for you guys. But I encourage you to listen to that, because when you know who you are God wearing this costume. My costume's name is Rose, right? I'm like, there's perfection there. You're missing nothing, because you are the cause of it all. You are the world. The world is reflecting you. You're not at the world's beck and call. You are everything. So when you put yourself on the throne where you damn belong, all right, you look at the world differently because you realize that I am the reason why I believe these things. All the stories that you had from when you're growing up or from past experiences that you experienced feeling insecurity, I want you to notice what I just did there. It's not that you're insecure, it's that you experienced insecure feelings. Big difference. You're not insecure, you're experiencing insecure feelings. Why is that so different? Because one is stating who you are, that if you say I am insecure versus I am experiencing insecure feelings, that one's temporary. That one, you can shift out of. The other one sounds like a diagnosis that someone slapped you with and you're screwed. Do you see? So instead of saying, I'm just experiencing some insecure feelings, but I know who I really am, and who I really am is confident. I'm God having an adventure here. I get to have anything that I want. I am beautiful and I am sexy. I am wonderful. I'm smart. And I know that these insecure feelings are not who I am. I'm just experiencing them in this moment, and they're going to pass, and I'm just going to sit here with them and look at them like, when you're ready, I'll even make you a little sandwich if you want to stay a few minutes longer, but you can't stay. I don't have a spare room for you. That's what you do with insecure feelings. That's what you do with anxious feelings, angry feelings, right? You're just like, okay, you're here. We'll feel you. I'm going to observe you. Maybe you'll cry, feel crappy for a minute, but you can't stay, but I'm going to let you stay until it runs its little course. That's not who I am. I'm not these feelings. So that works wonderful. And if you want to dive deeper, the Rosey Life is all about changing your self-concept and you becoming the leading lady of your life. Because when you put yourself on that throne where you belong, right, the world rolls the red carpet out for you because you realize that you are the cause of it all. You are the reason why everything happens. All right, my loves, I hope this video was helpful for you. And please like and comment, and don't forget to go to RoseyLife.com and subscribe for my newsletter. All right, see you soon. Bye.